Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first number that pops into your head now. Okay, let's go to the board. You can have more than one number if you would like. Oh, this has moved. I don't know how come things move. They do move here. Very strange. All right, so we're doing card number 1. Card number 1, what do I see? It's funny, I've got the cards in my hands like this. In spirit, I see diamonds in my hands, like big whopping diamonds like that big. Okay, so heat and pressure forms something very valuable for card number 1. Okay, I also see the like a bow and arrow, like the Sagittarius glyph. So this might be particularly meaningful if you're a Sagittarian. It's like the bow and arrow, fire the arrow into the air and it will hit its target, okay? Maybe not a dead bullseye, but very close to being a bullseye, okay? So go for what you want this week. You're likely to get some success at least. The card that comes up for number 1 is the 5 of Wands, reaching out, okay, feeling very motivated. And here in your fingertips you'll see all of that fire going on there. And, you know, sometimes there can be a little bit of competition or struggle to attain power. People might see what you're doing and feel quite competitive because they want some of what you've got. And so stand your ground and be very definite about what you want this week. If you've picked card number 1, 5 of Wands, you've got the power in your hands. Just remember that. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2. Number 2. Let me get my thoughts. I see. It's like a chainsaw, but it's cutting chains. Oh, right, okay. I was trying to figure out, like, you don't cut chains with a chainsaw, but yeah, it's a saw that cuts chains. Okay, I get it. So freedom and liberation, that card is just escaping there. I don't know what that was about. It's the 10 of Wands. Did you see that card? It just sort of went like that and made itself separate to all of the other cards. 10 of Wands, it's time to drop the burden. You could be feeling oppressed or burdened in some way. There's a lot on your shoulders. You've reached the end of the line and you've probably been pushing yourself to go this long, to be quite honest. There's a lot of green here though, so growth has come about. And it's not like you haven't learned anything, you have, and there's been a lot of growth and learning in this cycle. However, a new cycle is calling you because a 10 is a 1 and a 0. Be patient. A new beginning is around the corner, okay? Let go of this stuff from the past that you've been so busily dragging around behind you. There's a mountain at the back there. A mountain is often a challenge to overcome, but I believe you've actually already overcome it and you're coming down the other side. So still not easy, but it's an improvement to where you've been for sure. Okay, a new cycle about to start for you. Number 3, I get the word uni, as in university. Also means 1. University, now I can't remember. Uni, it's maybe Latin 1, and versity to do with verse, and I can't remember the Latin word, even though I studied Latin at school. But it's basically one voice, one verse, you know. So university, a higher level of learning to become one and to have one voice, and that's one voice within yourself. As you have one voice within yourself, that will percolate, if you like, that will percolate around your environment. So as you integrate the energies within and become more whole and heal yourself within, so too that energy will pass on to other people around you. The card that comes out is Yeah, okay. Something about bamboo. I don't know what that is. Okay, the card that comes out is the King of Swords. Some people don't like this card. I actually don't mind it myself because it's very necessary. Sometimes you have to be very logical and analytical, especially if you're dealing with money, moolah, bread, and all of those euphemisms for finances. Okay, seated here on a diamond with a diamond at the back, here is a very intelligent masculine energy that relies on his analytical ability and logic, okay? And he will cut through and dissect the situation to get to the core of the matter, okay? And you see here, he's wearing a blue sort of cloak, and this relates, of course, to the third eye, the indigo of the third eye. So even though he's using his brain for logical thought, he still pays attention to his intuition. The only possible issue here is sometimes he can be ruthless and doesn't run everything he thinks through the heart. So it's important to, you know, run everything through a human heart and be fully human. However, there are butterflies everywhere. Don't know if you can see those. See those butterflies there? Okay, new beginnings are starting as a result of his logical thought process. I don't mind the card, but yeah, a lot of people don't like it. Lawyers are like this. Bank managers can also be like this. You may come in contact with somebody like this week, or alternatively, you may even find that it's you, okay? So just remember, add some empathy and everything will be fine. Okay, number 4. What do I see for number 4? Okay, going into a corner here. It's like boxed into a corner. You could be feeling maybe trapped or hindered in some way. But there is another way out that you didn't realise. And it's like a hidden trapdoor, a hidden secret door or something like that. Ask Spirit to show you where the secret door is if you feel that your freedom is being impinged on in any way. Let's have a look and see what the cards say. The card that comes up is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, maybe it's to do with your money, where you're feeling boxed into a situation. Okay, this is about obviously money, pentacles, but it's about achieving great artistic work, and you'll see she's working away here, and sometimes as some sort of spiritual reward from earnest labour. So you could be working in your garden, for example, and you're planting seeds for the future. So your earnest labour, sometimes it's quite physical. It could be cleaning houses or something like that too. The gold here that she's wearing suggests success is on the cards, okay, around your money if you work. All right, and work by work, that could mean any number of things. So even if it's not paid work, it might be volunteer work that you're doing. You're going to get some sort of recompense, it seems. Okay, number 5 is alive. What do I see? I see a rope ladder here going up. I don't know if you've ever climbed on a rope ladder. God, they go all over the place. If you've got to really anchor the bottom down, otherwise the rope ladder just goes all over the show. And so it makes climbing a bit difficult, but it's still about ascending into consciousness. This is interesting. I see the watchers here. I do see them from time to time, and they're like monks, and they've got like the monk's habit on, but you can't see their faces. I never see their faces. They don't show them. They don't talk to me, actually. I see them, but they just disregard me. And so sometimes they come to help people cross over to the other side, or in pregnancy, like to protect the baby that's being born, or young babies, you know, they sort of just stand there and watch. I don't really know much about them, even though I have seen them dozens and dozens of times in my lifetime. I don't know, maybe 100 times. They never talk to me, so it's hard to find out exactly what they do. They watch. Okay, but you may hear something of a birth or maybe a passing. And I don't say that it doesn't. I don't say that to frighten anyone, of course. But it could even be in meditation. Sometimes in meditation you can go so deep that you accidentally slip over to the other side. I've done that many times myself, and it could even be to do with that. Okay, but it's certainly going to very deep levels of subconsciousness there. All right, let's see what card we get. That one wants to come out. Okay, and it's the Four of Pentacles. It's about your money. So it's not about the watches or anything like that. It's being very practical and down to earth. Four of Pentacles. Again, it's about work and being very determined and just getting in, having some sort of structure and really getting stuck into things and getting that work achieved. There could be some sort of difficulty around finances with the mountain at the back and these mountains on the side, or whatever you call it, this gorge, but there is a way through. Okay, so it is positive in the outcome. There's a way through the difficult situation, if you're in a difficult situation to do with money. Okay, so try not to stress. Alrighty, so that's it. There's no major arcana this week, which is very unusual. It just suggests a week of the same. Maybe it feels a bit like a relief, or a bit like you need to take a bit of time out and just attend to your normal everyday domestic tasks without taking on anything that's too big this week. Alrighty, so that's it everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this is useful for you. Leave a like and a comment would be fabulous. Most importantly, have a wonderful week and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.